Welcome back to another horrible stream VOD. It's bound to be boring, long, and above all, awful. Today we're checking out a Rogue Tower. We're revisiting some of the great roguelikes and roguelites from 2022 that I missed out on and I got in the winter sale on Steam. So I think I got it for like $11.24, so pretty good deal. Voxel graphics, roguelite tower defense, emphasis on roguelite. It does take multiple runs to kind of get the progression in this game, but it's a random and choose-your-own-path to build, wave-by-wave, procedurally generated, I suppose, if I'm using that term correctly, tower defense, which is a very neat idea, a cool core concept. But every run is kind of interesting and different, kind of varies in difficulty and tower types that work and things like that. We've unlocked a goodly amount of the content in this game, and I feel as though this might not be like the God run. It's going to be quite a good run, because we just kind of cheesed ourselves into getting a good spawn, because you are kind of screwed if you don't get a decent spawn here. So I'm going to just place a bunch of ballistas so that we can get passive income early on by these houses. And ooh, I just made 9 gold. Wow, I'm a rich man. But as you can see, every round you kind of expand out the map. And here we go, we got another village here, or a house. And there's all kinds of things you can do for like investing in your gold and stuff like that. Pretty seemingly simplistic right now, but it does get kind of crazy. We've bought a lot of these upgrade paths, and we are now having them applied to this run. So I think I'm just going to take banditry early on, which is going to give us more money for everything. Although there are certain things we're going to need throughout the run. We're going to hit a fork in the road too, which I'm kind of curious how difficult this run will be. But yeah, like I said, I'm about 7 hours into the game, and I've unlocked a good amount of the content. I do think that you'll get to a point where you just unlock all of the content, though it does seem that there are many cheese strategies that you can employ in this game. And as you know, I love cheese. There are very cool YouTube runs on it. It's very, like, YouTubeable for a roguelite game. And it's also early, I mean, it's in EA, early access, that is. Not Electronic Arts, but different thing. Here we go. So we've got banditry going, so we are getting more gold from these guys. Fortunately, none of them got to the tower. That was actually slightly closer than expected. I got banditry 2 really early on. I'm going to take this, although we are getting the flamethrower tower early on too, and I don't want to miss out on this as well. Bleed them dry is quite good, but banditry is going to be very good for making money. I'm going to go high risk, high reward here again. Possibly at my own death, which may happen. I don't want to miss out on early banditry because it could mean so much money for us. I'm thinking I'll put a shredder up here and maybe over here when we do get a chance to unlock them. But right now we're just going to sort of spam ballistas for right now. And we're going to keep these higher height advantage points for more essential towers, like things that need more range. But I'm going to keep my ballistas at like +1. But I'm going to look for a decent perch because I'm going to do one like kind of last ditch ballista up here. Maybe like here. Yeah, I know that this isn't perfectly efficient. You're like, oh my gosh, AA, why don't you put the thing somewhere else? Well, I'm trying to. I'm trying to. There we go. I've also turned the volume down in this game because the music can get very loud. I'm not a huge fan of the soundtrack, at least early on, and I did kind of develop an opinion of this game very early on, and I was like, yeah, there are a couple of things that feel like they could use a little bit of polish, but I just think that the core concept is so good. And also, it does take some time, but it does get more fun as you play more, which I was like, that's not always true. Oftentimes, you get... Oh, wait a second. Are you on... He didn't get in. Okay, that was actually very close. I'm still just kind of playing the long game here. Hey, Cheese Monkey, thank you very much for the prime. Kaloo indeed. Now, we're getting such good locations that we could put basically other towers, but not any of the ones that we have right now. We're going to need to spend money on other types of towers after this. I may need to change up some of these targeting priorities. No, they do seem to be hitting different ones for the most part, and I think we'll be good here. Yeah, we should be good for this wave. Maybe that one armor guy. The issue with the banditry is that although we do get more money for all of them, if one of them gets to the tower, then we are in trouble. Okay, now you may be thinking that it's just goblins. Au contraire, it's not just goblins. There are many other fantasy creatures that we're going to be fighting. There is actually quite a good enemy variety in this game. All right. Ooh, this is actually quite bad. I was hoping that we would get a different tower type by now, but we could just go in for yet more money with banditry and then start spamming yet even more ballistas, which we will need ballistas later on. I'm just getting kind of scared. I haven't used the radar tower, so yeah, let's go really high risk, high reward. Now, there will be many more tower types that we use, but we're just going to stick with the kind of crazy, well, not so crazy, but it's going to feel a little bit boring. I'm worried you'll think I'm boring. Now, the other thing that we want to do here is towers do passively level on their own, and we can pay for them to get upgraded faster. So, like, these ones are better at taking enemies down than these ones. These ones are pretty much just money makers in here. They inflict relatively little damage. However, I don't want to give a ballista, like, too good of a position. Although I do tend to have some ballistas at the very end for, like, nuking enemies that get to the base with too much health. So maybe we will take more of these 2-height locations. Just because I feel like we're going to need a lot more ballistas than I thought we would have. Oh, dang! Another house. Okay, we've also got a tree here. There's a lot of investing concepts in this game. Like, the more towers we protect the houses with, the more money we make with them round to round. I feel like that's a pretty simple game concept. However, I think I'm going to need yet another ballista here. This is not a bad place to have ballistas for the end. I mean, there are spam ballista strategies. I'm probably not going to go with this because I just think it wouldn't be very good for showing off the strategy. And until I had unlocked, like, every single thing in the game that it had to offer. I'm going to keep them all on the just first one priority, but ooh. Ooh. Oh no, these ones are regenerating health. This is actually quite bad. I forgot that they regen this early on in the game. Now, there are mostly enemies that have health that regen. And is this one guy going to get it? Okay, he actually did get through. So yeah, that was quite bad, and that was a taste of what's to come. Probably if we don't get any other tower types. Which just shows that we need to kind of put yet another ballista in. We do have 200 gold, though. I don't want to chop down the tree, because the tree is actually going to keep growing. Let's put in another ballista there. And I mean, if I manage to hold on by the skin of my teeth right here, it will be very good, because we really need more tower types, like, now. One thing that you can't do in this game is speed up time. I don't know why you can't. I was told that there was a mod that works, but I couldn't find the workshop for this. I don't know if it needs to be, like, is it an external mod or something like that? Yanere, thank you very much for the prime. But it does kind of force me to live in the moment in the game, so there is that. I do love living in the moment. I'm going to go ahead and just... I kind of need to decide this really fast. Now, let's put in another ballista there. I hate to say it. I would upgrade one of these things to take out health, but I think we just need them shooting them when they're regenning right here. That was a rather unfortunate one to have let through. Eventually, we can repair some of the damage on our tower. But hopefully we won't have to do too much of that right here. I think we will take out this one. Yes, good. Okay, huzzah! We have survived. I would really prefer to do armor right here. Oh, yes, we got the flamethrower. Okay, so we need a poison sprayer and a flamethrower if we wish to survive. This is, if we hadn't gotten this, we would have been really screwed. No, we will get a full refund, but we can't really get our levels back. I think this is okay to do with just this one ballista, because right now I clearly need this for this round in order to survive. And I don't really want to wait any longer with this. Now, the good news is that ballistas are very good at taking out health, and that was the green bar of health, but the orange bar of health that you saw there is their armor. So what we want to do is kind of take out enemies' damage types in order. So they have shield, armor, and health are the three things, and we can inflict damage over time, which we're about to learn about. +3 up here. This is a pretty good spot for this. I'm just trying to think. This should be plenty of room to inflict bleed damage, and we have plenty of room in our chain here that I'm not worried about the branching of the paths. Let's start on the farthest spot with the flame. Sometimes we want to take out all three of them simultaneously, and this looks like quite a good spot, too. I can't tell. Are there two paths here? Sometimes they do alternate. Ah, that is quite good. Okay, then we will do that. Okay, so now this is our first damage over time tower. And we're going to tell this thing to hit enemies with the most armor because it does a lot of damage to things with armor. It inflicts burn damage on them. Whoops. Way to not do what I just said I was doing. Expand. Okay, so damage over time we can see with the burning icon. Obviously that's burning that's occurring right there. Now this is inflicting damage on everybody, but it especially inflicts damage onto them to their yellow bar, which is of course their armor. So this thing is really good at just shredding through armor, and we're generating enough mana that this thing is quite useful. You know, I think we're actually going to need yet another one of those things, because that might not be enough. And, like, we'll just generally need more of them as we go on. The one thing that we're really missing from this defense right now is shredders. We need shredders desperately. And then we're also going to need poison towers, because we're going to need to take out way more health from a couple of the enemies. Inflict bleeding damage, which is the other kind of damage over time, which takes down health and prevents them from, like, recovering and stuff like that. Actually, I don't know if it prevents their regen. Does it prevent your regen? Might be able to buy that thing back, but I think we're going to be better off with yet another flamethrower here. So we have quite a good spot here where we can get to a lot of enemies. Let's get another flamethrower, because I think that we should have enough mana here. Bleed does prevent regen. Ah, thank you very much for that. Also, Puppet EVF, thank you very much for the 23 months. I think I will put out another one. We have quite a nice hilltop here, and like this is a very essential tower for our setup. So let's put it up here. And it won't get the entire thing, but that's pretty good. And the earlier we can inflict these damage over time types of things, the better. Now these little cubes generate like mana. Ooh, that's nice. I didn't even realize that we got this like link up here. This is great. Wow, very exciting. And we also want this one. We'll have this one also go for the one with the most armor. We could prioritize these separately. But there's all the kinds of things that you can do to make towers do things that they're not really supposed to. Which is quite fun. I mean, there's like I said, there's a lot of cheese. And we've really only just scratched the surface with the tower types. There are quite a lot of them. But now I am kind of shaking in my boots, as it were. We're at level 10, and oh, haha, more things. None of these things are really that good. Enchanted bolts, heavy shafts, building haunted house. We haven't gotten up to the haunted house yet. This is a horrible thing to be offered. Now, we can unlock more randomness here, but I think we're going to need more mana siphons if we are to get the tower that I really want. So I think we have to do mana siphons, because we don't really have any way of getting the mana siphons right now. And then hopefully after that, we'll unlock the tower that I'm looking for, because we are running out of time to unlock the tower that I'm looking for. Actually, there are 2 towers that I'm looking for, and if we don't get them, we may be in huge, huge trouble. But we've had this, here we go. We'll just put ballistas in here. And just to generate more of that good gold. Here we are. I just keep, like, the defense on, the fight on umbrella. This is a fantastic early game path. This is, like, on the whole, this is a very easy path compared to what you could do. Because there are multiple game modes. You can get, like, 4 paths at a time, 3 paths, 2 paths. There is quite a lot of difficulty scaling here. Really, I feel like that the game could use even more upgrades, because there are just so many, but I'm wondering how quickly I'll get through the content, but I don't know. It's just like a very fun game for challenging yourself with crazy waves. It kind of reminded me of Vampire Survivors, like a very, very amazing game concept, and then he just kept adding content throughout the year as it went on. Ooh, these guys are regenning there. Oh, you dog. You dog. You scoundrel. Stop, criminal scum. At this point in time, we might just want to... No, we don't even need more ballistas. It's okay. All right, we are going to need to spam upgrade one of our ballistas if we don't get the thing that I'm aiming at soon. Man, they really do regen fast. Yes, indeed, it is a tower defense game. Man, this is such an amazing lineup we've got here. If we manage to survive, which we genuinely might not... I'm going to put yet another one of these flamethrowers up, because currently, if it just comes down to us just needing to use flamethrowers, I may have to resort to that strategy. Hopefully this won't happen. But, I mean, we're doing very well right now, but in a couple of rounds, we're really screwed if this keeps up the way it is. We need something for shields and HP. Like I said, right now we're inflicting only one type of damage over time. Oddly, also, I generally don't find this simplistic art style completely amazing. Like, it's not really my favorite aesthetic, but it works here, I think. The one thing I do wish is, like, at moments like this, I wish I had a little bit of a drop shadow. Ooh, that was the thing that I needed! Okay, well, it's one of the things that I needed. Okay, the Shredder Tower is very good for inflicting bleed on enemies, and this was a very fortunate thing to get now. And also, all of that banditry from early on was amazing. We put this right here because this is going to get enemies here and here. There's just such a shower of blessings that we got in this route. Look at how long this route is compared to the last game we played. The route was like this long before it branched. This has been one winding route, and this feels amazing in tower defense games. Like, I can get them there and there and in 2 points on the range, which is just like, that's so good. It is. It's nice. We'll put another bleed damage point here. Now, these things are better seen than... Let's have these things target we'll have this one target the one with the most health, and then the other one can do progress. That's fine. Okay, we'll keep expanding. And yet the path keeps going on and on with other high points. We got very good RNG this run. Okay, so now you can see that they're being inflicted with 2 different types of damage. Excuse me. I was filled with excitement of that. Oh, and we have one of the Polyphemus enemies, who says something from the classic, The Odyssey. Nobody is killing me. See, it's a reference to, the Odyssey by Homer Simpson. Novapole, thank you very much for the prime. Also, Peace Bloom, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, not having any forks this early on is major luck for us. Now, we are getting close to level 14, at which point we're going to need a shield. Something to deal with enemies' shields. Because right now we've dealt with the 2 main armor types. Or we've dealt with health and armor, which is the yellow. We're going to get blue bars over enemies' health bars soon, and we will be facing a boss soon, which is quite crazy. I know you're thinking, like, a boss? Oh my gosh, what a novel game concept. I've never even heard. What is that? Well, a boss is like a big guy that spawns, and he is harder than the rest of the game, and it's like a challenge, and when you come through it, you've matured through the game. That's what a boss is. So you're going to be coming up to the first boss, who is Oogie Oogie, which is probably the best boss name. Although they have, like, silly names. Like, one of them is Mr. Hee-Haw, or something like that. And have we got the thing that oh no. We have not really gotten the thing that I really wanted, but we got something that could kind of substitute until we get the thing that I really want. Okay, so right now we're at level 14. We're going to be coming on level 15, so we're going to have to deal with Oogie Oogie, which I think will be okay for that. But I'm worried about the round after that, in which we're going to be dealing with enemies with shields. So I'm going to take a Tesla coil tower, which is kind of like a round and around type of tower. We could put it here because we want to inflict this type of damage quite early on. Or we could also put it here. This is also quite a good spot for it. I think I'm going to put it here. I might even put another one there. Well, I'm going to save that for the next round, actually. This is not going to be bad, but the main thing I'm going to need to do here is... So this boss is quite a pain. I might be able to do with this thing. Actually, let me try this. Excuse me. If we inflict a lot of health damage with this thing... Now, I'm manually upgrading this tower, which is really not very, like, well-advised. But, I want to see what this does. I'm also going to do something to one of my ballistas. Where is, like, the most effective ballista among all of these? Oh my gosh, I almost just said Among Us, like the hit game Among Us, guys. Wouldn't it have been so funny if I had said Among Us? Oh my gosh. Wow. That's so amazing. Here we go. We're going to have this go to the enemy with the most health. And although it's not on a 3 height area, I just want to do a lot of damage to Oogie. Oh, sorry, it's just Oogie with 1 Oogie. Oh my gosh, I almost said Among Us. Oogie just has so much health, though. I mean, he's a thick, thick boy. That we have to do this, like, now, otherwise we are in trouble. Come on, take out Oogie Oogie. Okay, good. This ballista is taking out a palpable amount of green from his bar. Now, our damage over time isn't really going to deal enough damage to Oogie Just making it even more powerful and spamming it. These things are quite good for taking out behemoths like this, which we do get one every few waves at this point in the game. And then we're going to have to quickly shift gears after this boss fight, because the last time we made it through this and we died horribly in like the very next round. Okay, so he does drop treasure, which is quite good. And hopefully we will get... Okay, Poison Tower. I didn't get it. Oh no. That is quite sad. But we did get Enchanted Bolts, which is something I'm not really as crazy about. I mean, Napalm is generally better, but I'm going to do Enchanted Bolts, and we get only one thing from that, which is quite sad. We'll keep letting this tree grow. That's going to be 225. But right now, the kind of bigger thing is we're going to be encountering enemies with shields now. We've still got it all on one path. That's so great. Ooh, and we have a great spot to put a Tesla coil here. I just want to make sure that this is a decent spot. This game is quite generous with refunding you if you place something in the wrong spot. Like, I could just demolish this. I think that was the same price I placed it. Didn't I pay $275 for that? Yeah, we needed poison, but a Tesla tower is not that bad because it has a very good shield multiplier. But shields do regenerate, so we need to have multiple of them on them quite fast. Let's just have it do a lot of shield damage right now. I'm procrastinating right now, but it's because we didn't get the thing that I wanted. We're also going to have to quickly buy a mana siphon because I don't think we're going to have enough of it. So let's just put one right there. Maybe even one more. Okay, now these enemies have shields. Very bad thing. But look, we are taking down their shields because they are sinister and bad. And also, we did get that ballista upgrade, so the ballistas are doing some damage here. All right, not awful, not completely awful, but yeah, like that is quite scary. These enemies, these are very low-level shield enemies, and we're going to face far more difficult things as we go through. However, I think our path is just so, like, good in this game. I'm very glad that we didn't get any forks in the road. This is a laughably good spawn that we got, and it's very satisfying to play it, I may add. Okay, good. So my Tesla coils managed to get me not horribly killed. That's great. That is great. Also, too, you may have noticed that the game has changed. Like, it is more green now. How surprising. And we are starting to raise a lot of money now. Did we win yet? No, we didn't get it. This is still bad. We could up the Tesla coil's damage to shields. Generally speaking, I would want to do more to the... We need to up our shredders by a lot, because shredders are huge for this. I think the plus 50% bleed might be good in general, but it's hard to pass up static permeation. I haven't even used the radar tower yet. It's probably good. But I think we need the shields right now because things will get bad. I will try this out when we are so overpowered. So let's do static permeation for right now. Otherwise, I would do thrashing. But let's do this. I'm going to do the boring thing, and then at the end of the playthrough, I will start to get much more exciting. You won't believe how exciting I can be. I'm going to be so exciting. Okay, Yaga Baba. Who is named Yaga Baba? Once again, I do ask this question. Okay, good. So we've managed to take Yaga Baba down to the damage types that we are more proficient at taking down because of the bleeding and the other effects that we are capable of inflicting on them. I do want to save some money, though, but not so much money like to be obnoxious. But let's start to put down other towers in places where we think we'll need them. I'm probably going to do a lot of the shield damage here, and I'm thinking this is going to be our main area for armor damage. Just taking armor off of enemies because we have some very high cliffs over here. I gotta say that, although I can't speed up time, part of me kind of likes that because it keeps me, like, in the action, you know, and I don't feel like I'm just clicking through the game. And it is kind of a pleasure. Like, there aren't that many tower defenses with this great animation. Aside from a lot of them, but this one in particular. I usually play 2D tower defenses, I suppose. Maybe it's just balloons. Maybe it's just balloons. We'll start putting in more shredders, too, because shredders are very important, and we really, really don't have enough shredders yet. Unfortunately, I don't have any more of those +3 cliffs, but these +2 cliffs are pretty good. These are getting quite expensive, though. And I don't want to let anything, like, sneak up on me. But I do think we're pretty good with shields right now. But shredders are just so good. There doesn't seem to be anything here, and if anybody gets through, we don't want them to, like, recover HP, so let's have one more shredder up here, that way I can get both sides. This is fantastic. I got so lucky this time. Ooh, a little village of people. And we can very quickly capitalize on this. I was going to say monopolize. It already is a monopoly because we are in control of everything. Very exciting. Now, we do want to pay attention to this, like, power on the Tesla coils because they are using up mana. You know, the flamethrowers are using up mana. Because as you may know, fire is magic. I mean, you knew it from the beginning, guys. Magic is real. Fire is totally magic. There's no way that fire isn't magic. Can you imagine if you were like an ancient person seeing fire? That's gotta be it. It's totally real. This is why people have been superstitious for so many years, because for some reason Mother Nature created fire, which is obviously magic. Mana is just wizardry crude oil. Yes, and secretly you are a wizard. Hogwarts is real too. Now, I don't think that armor recovers over time, but we might even want to inflict some of that armor damage earlier. This may be my very best run yet, despite the fact that we haven't gotten RNG to get all the towers I wanted right when I wanted them. Oh, and one other thing that's fun that I forgot about is that we can just play blue, the game. Look, we're just playing the color blue now, everyone. Ooh, and we get the thing that I wanted. Okay, game over. So we get a poison sprayer. This is an amazing tower. There may have been other amazing upgrades in there, but I just didn't want to pass this one up. I'm going to put this in a very high location. So we've got +3 cliffs over here. This is going to be a great spot. Yeah, and we want to do the shield damage quite early on. So let's put one here, and we do have a lot of money now. Oh my gosh, this is the best run I've ever had. This may be the best run I've had yet in this game. Why not? Let's just use even more of them. We have so much money now from all the banditry, from taking that huge risk earlier on. This is just amazing. Hang on a second. I think I may have put that one on the wrong level. Now, if they aren't on the same level as these things, they can't... Like, this one cannot be channeled because it's not on the same level as anything. Although it is hard to see the shadows here, you know? Wish I could see those shadows. We might need to get some mana banks, too, later on. Where do we have them, though? We have here. Let's just make sure we set these ones priorities to the enemies with the most shields. Most shields. There we go. Yeah, I could not possibly lose this run. Well, the last run was unwinnable, just how short the path was. Look, I didn't mean to make it this easy for myself, but to be fair, we've tried to record this run many times, and it has not gone very well, although it's still going on. This is crazy. This is so good. This doesn't usually happen in the game. Usually the route splits off before this. But that's crazy. Okay, this is... I know that they kind of look like Geodude. They look like a very excited Geodude. Sort of. Maybe not really. Maybe I'm just crazy. Ooh, mortars. Okay, we'll unlock mortars. I don't know. That was like sort of a mini-boss, I suppose. Nothing crazy with that guy, though. Oh, why didn't that go after that person? Now, we have the 3 types of damage that we can inflict. We have the blood, we have the poison, and we have the fire. So with those 3 damage types, we are, like, doing damage over time to enemies. Mainly, you need to get down to the damage type that it's most effective for, like, blood applies most effectively to health, fire applies most effectively to, and this is, like, all multipliers with damage, to armor, and poison applies most effectively to shields. So, you know, it's kind of like elemental and quirky like that. Wow, amazing. We have so much money. This is a problem that I've never had. I don't know what to do with it. Hang on a second. Oh my gosh, this is just tantalizing. I don't even feel like I'm just so confident in my defense. I don't even need to watch it. Which is such a good feeling. Now, we are getting on to level 20, and we are going to, like, it's not going to be so easy like this. Okay, here we go. We finally got the fork in the road. We have plenty of room for this, though. We got so insanely lucky this run. But I am going to keep surrounding these things with ballistas. I can't surround this one on the other sides because it's on a lower level, I'm pretty sure. What is it? We'll save up just so we can get all the passive income from these things as we can. Over the rounds, they start to give us more and more gold. Yes, mortars are cheaper than ballistas at this point. Mortars are quite good. We might get like some sort of spam tactic with ballistas, but it is quite satisfying to see it from multiple views as you go out. And like, this is a game that looks very good up close and very far away, which I rather enjoy. But it does look like we're getting low on mana now. We're using up so much of it. we're going to need more siphons, and this is getting a bit problematic because, well, we're going to have a limited number of points that we can use for these mana siphons. Like, we did get a mana cube forest over here. Would we call it a forest? Like a quarry, I suppose. Oh, actually, yeah, mortar would be better here because we could harvest that just more effectively. Okay, so now here's where we have to make some decisions. We haven't really lost any damage, and I'm not planning on doing too much right here. Yeah, a little bit more siphoning wouldn't hurt if we got the wizardry bank or whatever it is. We don't really have too many of these things yet. We could do more damage to armor. Tesla go, not really what I want. All ballistas deal +2 damage to shields. Poison sprayers gain +1. I'm going to take the fumes, and then we'll start to... You know, when we don't have anything, then we'll start to explore the more interesting later game towers. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's go this way. But before we do that, have we got everything surrounded? We've got this. This one can be surrounded by 4. That's very nice. Did we miss one right here? Yes, that's right. Okay, good. So it doesn't really matter what type of tower, though. This one is on a hill, so it can't be surrounded by anything, which is quite sad. Yes, we'll burn the bridge when we get there. I'm just thinking of what we're not very effective against. I think we need yet even more mana siphoning. We can pretty much get an unlimited amount of this if we get real estate, but we haven't unlocked the thing yet, so I'm kind of chomping at the bit to unlock the thing I want. Ooh, this one is quite high up. That's not really amazing. Yeah, but we are getting 18 mana a second. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's go over here and just make sure we're siphoning all of it. We will need all of this because this is a very cheap way to get mana. Especially if they're on the lower level like this, they don't have any type of height advantage. There's not a huge opportunity cost at siphoning this mana of, like, what tower could we have there. Good. We do get a little bit of confirmation that those are on the same level. These are iron nodes. They're good for, like, repairing our tower, but I just haven't really seen that as being necessary yet. Maybe there's some kind of spam strategy we use, but we have Strode von Finkelwitch here. Like, oddly adorable. I don't know what it is. Something about this. Another thing we could do here is, just since we have so many enemies with armor still at this point, we could just put in another flamethrower if we wanted up here. Might not be bad. Let's just kind of observe how our defense is acting. They're pretty much down to just health at this point. You know, we could do another shredder earlier on, just to make sure that we get some type of bleed damage on these enemies before they get too long, or too far in here. That way we get more damage over time on them. Yes, let's have more of that. Like, the more we can get all of that damage over time that it's just trickling down their health. See, we've got 3 dots on them all the way through. That's great. Good. Go after the one with the most armor. There we go. Whoops. I accidentally did most health. There we go, most armor. Strode. Wait a minute. Did Strode get through? No, Strode actually turned out to be very easy. We're going to get very far in this game. We might be here for hours and hours and hours. Oh, it's going to be such fun, you and me. And we will hopefully discover many of the crazy boss names in this, too. Let's expand more, because the more we can kind of loop back to our towers that are already there, the better. This is such a great spawn that we got, because look at how much it loops back on itself. Okay, let's kind of observe the way that the enemies go, because I think I want to place some mortars here. Because although we have all this damage over time, there is a limit with what you can do, and we want to make sure that no bosses sneak up on us, because there are some bosses in this game that are very hard. Like, these enemies are very fast. That's dangerous. It looks like a lot of them get down to just a little bit of bleed damage here, and we really haven't maxed out our power-ups with that. Look, these guys have so much armor, too, these, like, pumpkin people. There is one pumpkin boss that we might go up against, and we have so much gold on this tree now. Wow. That's amazing. I'm thinking we're going to need, for one thing, another flamethrower earlier on in this loop. Maybe, like, here at the fork. That would be a good spot. Or we could do a shield thing there. Yeah. Let's do a flamethrower right here, and then a poison sprayer up on this one. Oh my gosh, more upgrades. Wow. Ooh, frost keeps. That is quite good. We could get Golden Forest, but I think we're going to wait till later on because we'll basically just get free upgrades from our trees. If we wait long enough, it's worth the wait. Let's just see, though. The mine... Tesla coils gain plus 25% poison damage. Ooh, that's quite good. Because then it inflicts like immediate and damage over time. But I've already got that. Frost. I like the Frost Keep with the flamethrowers. I'm going to go for the Frost Keeps just because I want to keep unlocking towers. And I think that it'll work for what we're going to do. So let's put a, let's just make sure we're on the right thing. Poison Sprayer up here. And then we'll put a Frost Keep like down here, I guess. I'm not sure if that increases the range so much. But basically we're going to freeze and just... You go for the ones with the armor. You guys go with the... We'll even put in a Shredder in this location too. Here we go. And if you notice in the background, the music, although I've kept it very quiet because it can be, like, a lot, it has changed. I was wondering that. There we go. Ooh, Shredder. Ooh, nice. I do think I want this up on 3 because there are enemies with quite a lot of health in this game. I'll have you go after the guy with the most health. In general, we want this to happen because most of these towers will kind of, like, just kind of burst over multiple enemies. I think we will expand a little bit. Yeah, we'll do a little bit this way. Oh no, 2 forks in the road. So this is pretty much going to be our big corner. We want to... Ooh, man, look at how quick he is. Specialization. I mean, we could specialize one tower and then just, like, upgrade the heck out of it. I don't think I have all of the upgrade trees, though, so I'm going to go in the kind of... Like, in a very basic way. Okay, so Jack Pumpkinington. This is actually quite terrifying. We're going to need to upgrade our flamethrower. Like a lot. I'm going to do an insane upgrade on this thing. Okay, good. That's going to take out a lot of Jack Pumpkiningtons. Oh my gosh, wow, this is an amazing turret now. No, go after Jack Pumpkinington. There we go. Okay, good. That took him out. This can be quite a terrifying boss that gets through. But we have now inflicted 5,000 fire damage on him, which was way too much. Yeah, some of these guys got quite far into our defenses. Oh no, wow. We may just beat the game. This might actually be, like, the God run that I did not expect it to be. And I think we will start to put... Yeah, we should do mortars, too, because mortars inflict a lot of... That's... Like, it's kind of useless to have that much damage over time on them. I was a bit of a waste. I kind of procrastinated there, but I just got excited because I had so much money in the bank. And I was like, ooh, it's burning a hole in my pocket. We need to spend it somewhere. Mortars are very good for locations like this off to the side where you have a big height advantage. Or somewhere like, obviously this looks like an amazing place for mortars, like right in the middle here. I'm thinking if we put them up here on this +2. Although it's kind of annoying to inflict damage on armor this late in the chain. We still do have them go through this whole gamut of shredders here. But all these towers aren't really gaining much experience back here. So once they get through, it's kind of like they come to the soft underbelly of our defenses, you know? Like the gooey core. It's like one big Milky Way. Think of what else we need. It's burning a pocket in my hole. Yeah. Expand. There we are. Okay, let's just kind of observe because we are going to get some more crazy enemies. Mainly, it's whenever a boss comes through that you realize, like, oh, I'm completely unprepared for all of this. Now, one limit, or one bad thing I'm seeing in our defenses is that since this thing is shooting at the enemies with the most shields, we do just want one thing firing at enemies in the very front with the most progress so that all the enemies, like all those little guys got through with quite a lot of shield there still. So I think we'll put yet one more of these things here, but we're going to need more mana regen before we do that. So we'll just sit tight until then, because we're using quite a lot. But yeah, that's going to be something I invest in. Yeah, look at how much mana we're using now. I think I've got all that I can from these crystals, but let me just double check. Oh, here we go. Particle cannon I've not really tried out yet. Static permeation. We really don't have too many Tesla towers anymore. The sharpened blades might not be bad. Or we could go for the particle cannon, which is very expensive. Nah, I think I'm just going to... My instincts tell me Sharpen Blades 1, just because some enemies have quite a lot of health. Yes, the Frost Keeps also, too. We should probably do more of those. So we have freezing happening here. We aren't really taking much advantage, but we don't have very high cliffs over here. This looks like another good spot for a Frost Keep. Maybe on this +1. Are we getting all the way around? Not really. Is there a better spot for that? Let's just test out a few places. So this is 350. Am I being refunded? Yeah, so it'll give me the full refund. It's good that you can test out towers on these places. No, that's even worse. If only these things weren't iron mines, that would be nice. Yeah, we could just put in 2 of them, like 1 there, and that covers... I wish I could take down this UI. Can I do H for hide UI? No, I can't really see it perfectly because I always see the tower's stats. Oh, well. I wish to freeze them here as well. Let's just do more of them. Although they do get more and more expensive as you go. Keep in mind. This looks like a pretty good spot, too, because I want to freeze enemies with shields. Yeah, let's do that. Frost Keep there. There's strategies with extreme... I haven't really gotten up to the extreme tower upgrades late game, but yeah, like... I've seen that there are some crazy... There are some bosses where the volume of towers won't really help you, and you just need to super upgrade. Like Dr. He-Who, that we're going to face right here, has quite a lot of shields. Quite a lot of shields. Also, let's have these things go after the enemies with the most armor. I forgot to do this. I thought we're in huge danger. I kind of want to see how this defense handles a big volume of enemies. Look, Dr. He-Who is getting very far in, and that's certainly not a good thing. Though, I mean, clearly he's going to be destroyed by the end of this. But he's been slowed. He's been slowed. We're inflicting more damage over time. Good, now he's down to just health. I'm not too worried about him, but there are bigger bosses. Yeah, like Ugi von Ugovich. He can't be up to any good. Now, in this case, we're going to need to just start spam upgrading some of our towers, because we need, like, immediate damage on one dude, you know? Get in there. Get in there, baby. Just the damage over time isn't going to be enough. It simply is never going to be enough. And for these enemies, we need to spam upgrade our ballistas. Now, I'm going to show you something that is not authorized. Okay, these don't use up mana. Have we got it up to the level I need it at yet? No, sometimes the bolts from the ballistas turn, like, a crazy color when they're really good at one thing. Like, they turn blue when they're taking down... Unless if I was seeing things the last time I played this game. Which is quite possible. Maybe I want to do this. Okay, he's clearly going to be destroyed. However, that is kind of a nail-biter. You want to make sure that you're able to deal with one big guy. And it looks like that our mana, when it's not under so much demand, it does recover. But yeah, we got to be mindful of those other places. Oh, and look, it's snowing everywhere. That's amazing. Is he still around? Oh, yeah, he transformed. Oh, my gosh. Wow. I didn't allow that. But he is quite slow, and he won't make it to the base. I don't really want to put money into other things, but because we do have 3,400 gold. Okay, here we go. Concussive shells or all ballistas deal... Ooh, that is quite good. All the enemies have had shields. Although I am about to spend a lot of money on mortars. Though poison bolts is kind of cool. I'll do the concussive shells later, because it is kind of cool. Ooh, our ballistas are very good against these. Well, we do have a bunch of ballistas here, and, like, that is where they'll be using their shields. So, good. We don't have to think as much about shields. And I don't like it when enemies have a lot of shields. I know you all think, hey, I agree. I shouldn't have done that. That was a crazy thing. I'm going to be doing some more crazy... Wait, I didn't mean to start the next wave. You also can pause. Also, too, Corin Aaron, thank you very, very much for the 10 gift subs. That's very, very generous, Corin Aaron. Corin Aaron has given many gift subs right now, but I'm also very nervous because of this wave. Hang on a moment. I think we need more, like, immediate armor damage here. I'm going to put a mortar up on this cliff. Ooh, the music got even cooler. Who would have thought that was possible? It's the guitar. Guys, what a cool instrument. Wow. So edgy, the guitar. Okay, good. They're getting quite far into our defenses, which is not... Who's yelling bat over there? I don't yell human when I'm all out of gum. What are these, gum monsters? I can't really tell what some of them are. I do wish that their name came up when you clicked on them or hovered over them, because I would like to know what some of the enemies are. I can identify them, but I see another opportunity at a good tower. Okay, the obelisk is fun and it looks exciting, but in my experience, it's way more resources than it's worth. In my very light experience of it. Also, too, now that we have a brief moment, thank you very much, Coroner, and I do truly hope you're enjoying whatever it is that you came to the content for. And also, thank you for the 3 months. And D-Tone, thank you very much for the sub. Shredders gain +1 damage to shields. Not bad, because I am going to go ham with Shredders in a moment. But we could get Golden Forest, because we have so far not cut down any of our trees. Of which we have 2. We got only 2 trees, so maybe it's not really worth it for now. Quality over quantity could be good. We've already got so much poison damage going on to our enemies as well. Huh. The Tesla coils with the poison damage is quite cool, but we don't have any way of gaining mana right now, so I'm not going to put any more money into it. Let's get magnetic blades, only because we're just going to go crazy with shredders. Though the mortars, too, we were dealing with a lot. Actually, maybe we will take quality over quantity, because we are quite a few rounds in now, and this isn't going to be too dangerous, and it was good the last time I played. Yeah, we'll do it. I mean, the critical hits are going to be worth it. Ooh, we haven't actually got one of these fortified keeps yet, but here is a fortified keep here for us right now. Amazing. It looks like a good opportunity, though. Oh my gosh, that thing has +6. Jesus. Hang on a second. Whoa, that's a lot. I just wanted to see it. Yeah, we're going to need to think of something to put there. I didn't know that we could get that high up. BB Hate. The lesser-known cousin of BB King. The guitarist. Okay, I'm procrastinating quite hard right here because I was not prepared for this. Actually, we'll be okay. I think we need another Frost Keep, though, right here. Okay, that is quite a good location for a Frost Keep. Hopefully he won't do something that I don't expect him to do. Does that mean that there's a BB Love, too? I wonder what that could be. I feel like that there's references that have barely missed me here. Okay, he didn't even drop a chest for us. Very unkind, very unkind. Oh, wait, is that a Star Wars joke? BB-8. What movie was... Which droid was that? I remember the droids from Coder. There were a lot of nice droids. Who was the one CH5K? Who was the one that was... He had kind of an attitude in Coder 1. That was a very nice droid. He was one of the... HK-47. He was one of the best supporting characters in any game ever of all time. Practically like an Oscar performance from HK-47. An amazing... best droid, best droid. And also, T3M4, was that the other one? I don't know. Many droids that I'm a fan of. Man, the music has changed quite a lot, actually. Well, he had a lot of armor. Let's go ahead and spam some mortars. I want to put something here. We can find the portals from which the enemies emerge. Ooh, and this is new, too. Occult Shrine. But we don't have we haven't even unlocked the university at all, so we'll never be able to take advantage of that. Let's start to do something silly and fun, because we are getting quite a lot of enemies with just a lot of armor here, I'm beginning to see. We have so much we're doing about shields, but yeah, we don't really have much we're doing about armor, so let's put this here. And, you know, only because... Can this thing hit that? No, this thing can't hit over there. Is there anything that can get range over to that spot? It's too bad we can't, like, upgrade range here. I'm just thinking of what would be best here. Let's just put it in there just because it's funny. Maybe it's not going to be worth it. It can't really hurt us to try it out. If I'm not going to do anything else. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. I mean, that's a crazy spot. I've never had +6 range there. Some of these, we want to make sure we don't have all of them on progress. We could do all of them on armor or some of them on, like, health. But, I mean, really, they're going to be the best for armor. Just big bosses, that type of enemy we're looking for. I just want to make sure that they get funneled into the main loop. We'll also do another one here. This is a +3, so we'll take that as well. I'll take more armor. There we go. Most armor. Now there's probably a lot of good options of things I could do. I took a very balanced strategy, and I'm like, ooh, if I had done something more spammy, I could have done this and that. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's make sure that we're getting the shredders, like the bleed effect on them all the time. So we'll put one up there, and we're out of money. Okay, good enough for me. Now we... Ooh, look at that, too. Oh, another opportunity for a mortar. Wow. Except, what would it... Would a flamethrower be able to reach over there? Oh, but it can. But it can. Kind of thing. Does that actually get a height advantage? Also, too, the mortar might be good because we are, like, getting very low on mana. And we still have not unlocked the other... Like, the magic bank. They're like living rings. Are those chickens that are carrying hula hoops? Some of the enemies get really bizarre in this game. They seriously look like chickens carrying hula hoops. Would not be a major surprise if it was that. Let's keep slowing them down because I'm satisfied by that. Oh, now we're out of mana, though. Nope, we won't do that. I do want to manage that mana. Bone wheel chickens. Mono wheel chickens. What the hell? Did I miss one of the mana upgrades? I can't believe that we haven't gotten the mana upgrade. This is the disadvantage of having so many upgrades. Golden Forest could be decent because we might just get more upgrades from the trees. We've waited so many rounds to get these trees around. We might just get something. Though the thrashing would be quite good. One thing we can do is check on our damage types. So the shredders are currently dealing tons of damage. Just upgrading them more. Generally speaking, going with the strategy that is already working for you. We could get mines, though I don't find mines that effective. At least the way that I've used them. I'm just going to go with the thing that's already working on thrashing. Until we get that mana upgrade, now I am kind of chomping at the bit to get the mana upgrade. Okay, who is this? Wheel von Wheelman. I can't even read your name because you're so fast. Wheelie the Healy. Man, he's a fast boy. I wonder if the mortars can even target him because of how fast boy he is. Look, this thing is shooting, or I wonder if it's when I give them the shield upgrade. Maybe that's when they start shooting the color blue. You know, I stand corrected. Maybe it wasn't what I thought it was. I thought when they get really good at shooting shields, they get that thing, but I'm pretty sure it's just when they get the poison damage upgrade. Because I've seen some crazy-looking mortars in this game, and I was like, what is that? Or, I mean, ballistas. Wheel von Wheelman. What, is that also a Star Wars reference? Like a pun? Classic. Oh, yes! Thank you for reminding me to siphon the new crystals. I did forget about that. How could I have been such an ignoramus? There we are. Now, I will also say that, like, I find myself kind of actively playing the game a little bit more because the map keeps changing. On many tower defenses where the map doesn't keep changing, it's like, you know, you just kind of zone out and keep clicking. And I do like this because it does have that kind of game element about it. And, ooh, an opportunity to have it come around yet again. This is nice. Look at how much our map has developed. It's very satisfying. I like it. Have we got every possible point that we can from these things? Yeah, we can't get it from below, so that one's good. Yeah, I think it is what it is there. Okay, I think we just keep on expanding. Ooh, this is also very good. This is also very, very good. I think this looks like an amazing opportunity for yet more mortars. Mortars just have so much range, it's hard to pass them up. Hard to pass them up. We'll have them go for things with armor. I still think we've got a lot going on shields. Is anyone really getting through any of this with shields left? That boy has a lot of shields. Yeah, we might need like an earlier Tesla coil now. Just trying to think of where to put it. How about right there? That way we get some immediate damage on these guys' shields. We just need to get that down so that the other damage over time starts taking good effect before they get way too far into the course. Okay, yeah, more mortars. Yeah, I mean, that's going to hit everybody, those mortars, so we might as well. And that's good because when they've looped at this point, they're pretty much down to their armor here. Yeah. Oh, we can even copy and paste these codes, too. I didn't really notice this. I guess let's do Q, copy Q, and let's do paste. There we go. Okay, that's much easier. So I don't have to keep clicking on everything. That is a very nice UI upgrade. That is quite nice. You know, I said that a few things were like seemed a little out of place, but like that is a very nice thing. More tools like that would be amazing. Yeah, it took me long enough. I apologize for that. All shredders gain +2 damage to health. All ballistas deal +25% poison damage. We still haven't gotten any more mana channeling. The ballistas don't really seem like the most effective way. I'm thinking it's the blades, but I don't want to... yeah, let's go with blades. It's going to be blades. Now, there are games, if you get far enough along when you haven't gotten through the game. Ooh, you have a lot of shields. QWERTY. It's a reference to the order of the things on the keyboard. Wow. That's interesting. I'm just going to upgrade the heck out of this tower. Hopefully this will take out, like, all of QWERTY's shields. Because QWERTY has quite a lot of them. I'm just going to doot his shields right here. Dude. Dude, we're running out of mana. But look at how much damage that did to the shields. That was fantastic. Hopefully it will fire again. Oh no, we ran out of mana again. That's awful. Although I think we were doing enough damage to him, right? Is there another boss in this level 2? And have I missed any of the chests from before? Like, we've been very, very good. I may have missed a chest. It happens to the best of us. Oh no. He's getting even further through. No, but he's coming to the mortar area. He'll never get through. He'll never get through. There's another mana cube I missed. Oh, thank you very much. Wait. Where? Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's happening. It's happening. Oh, we're getting a raid from Lothar Alive. Thank you very much for the raid, Lothar Alive. Hope you guys had a good stream. What a quirky name. Look at all of the you might think that those are moles. They're not actually moles, but they're little sharks that are... No, they're chainsaw blades. Those are still traveling from them. This is the reason why the Shredder is just such a good tower. I'm sensing another Shredder would be good. You know, let's just kind of zoom out and take scope. I was procrastinating there a bit. That guy, look at how little shield health this guy has, but how much armor he has. So now enemies are coming in weirder varieties, just to kind of test out where the holes in our defenses are. People are getting through here with armor, still. We need to find other ways to deal with these people because we still haven't gotten the mana bank yet, and we clearly could use more mortars here. I'm thinking it's going to be mortars, guys. It's going to have to be mortars. You'll never get past our mortars. I'm still waiting on the trees, which the trees are extremely lucrative now. I wonder if we should differentiate that up a little bit now, rather than just most armor. Yeah, thank you for the sub also, Lothar Alive. I love the streams and videos. Hey, thank you, man. Should we deathball the... Yeah, we do have the fork. Maybe we should do more at the fork, because it is where people come. But we just have such a long chain here at the end that I'm like, why not just make use of that? Oh gosh, these enemies are getting rather far. Will we survive? Because the issue here is that if we let one get through, I could do something outstandingly stupid. Okay, I'm going to do something very procrastinatory. Paste. There we go. Yeah, this is like, we didn't unlock the one thing that gives us more mana, and this is destroying our entire defense in a horribly stupid way. That is just a torpedo. Please give me the thing that gives me more mana. We do have a haunted house now. So I've decided, this is a very good idea. See, the thing is that we just didn't get any of the upgrades. Even after all this time, we didn't get any of the upgrades to get the mortars. I thought that this would be good, having these things over here. But let's go ahead and say... honestly, fair. Yeah, not doing a new tower. Okay, okay. All right, I hear you, I feel you. Let's have this one then, because this one is quite high up, so it has a huge advantage, and this is probably one of our best mortars. Although we wanted to hit it earlier in the chain. Maybe if we did, like, here. This one is done quite effectively. It's already level 6, which you can kind of tell which ones are getting the most action. This one's level 7, but I think it's only because it's been there. Ooh, this one's level 5, but this one's very high up. 10 RPM. Is this one also 10 RPM? Armor multiplier 18. 21. What is this one's height? Can you see the height anywhere? We also forgot to paste. Yeah, we'll go most armor there. Let's have the... Well, we'll do both. Just spam upgrades on it. And we'll do this one too. Okay, so that's probably going to take out our armor problem. Begin again. Oh, a little village of people. Let's keep getting their money. I mean, are we to assume that we've just forced them to be... They didn't really need any defending, though. And these enemies are just so fast. It's crazy now. We really need that mana. Or are we running out of mana? I mean, once they get fully through our defense, we're going to need more mana. Did we get it? No, we still didn't get any more mana crystals there. Oh, no. This is rather unfortunate. I suppose we could get rid of some of our shield stuff, but I don't really want to do that. Oh, yeah, see, R2 destroy you. That is a funny name. That is a funny name. Although he's probably going to end this run because we just simply haven't gotten any of those items. Let's just spam upgrade this thing because we have a lot of money. Oh no, I think we may actually take out R2 destroy you. I really did think it was over there. Although look at how much armor they still continue to have time and again here. It's unfortunate that this... Wait a second, I was missing one spot. Ah, that was not going to be a huge difference there. Just make sure I've got every single spot on these. This doesn't work, right? No, that one didn't work. Okay, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Take out all of them. Hang on a second. Oh no, I knew this would happen. No, 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 no. No! The terrifying part is that you aren't able to pause. Okay, this is my last hope. I've been horribly stupid, and is the game going to end? Oh no, it actually may. It actually may. This is quite bad. This is always how this game ends. It's just a nail biter. No. There we go. Okay. I am afraid. That was a very large wave. Chest! Oh, there was a chest! Thank you very much. I totally missed that. Oh, still haven't gotten the thing that I want! Well, let's at least use the opportunity to... this isn't really going to make a big difference. Let's just see what a particle cannon does. And then I'm probably going to die, because I haven't really done too much of this. Yeah, those missiles are very strong. Particle cannon. What does this do? I mean, it has a very that is a very long range, indeed. This does a lot to everything. I mean, I might as well just put it up at a very high point, too. Let's do that. Whoever has the most... I guess the best thing that you are with is shields. Yeah, we'll do that. Whoever has the most shields gets obliterated by the particle cannon, although it'll probably just destroy stuff. Other thing that I'm beginning to realize is that, yeah, is the stream quality going down? We probably have just so much motion on the screen that it is messing with the bit rate at this point. That does happen. Oh, no, it uses mana? Okay, then, yeah, let's destroy this thing. I do apologize for that. Thank you. get rid of that. Yeah, we really just aren't generating mana. Oh no, this is awful. We need the bank. The bank is so important here. I can't believe that we didn't unlock the bank. Yeah, look, we're only getting up to this thing now. Not very cash money. I mean, we do have money. We do have money. Having money is cash money, sort of. No, I can't use that because that uses up whatever it was. Okay, yeah, we're just going to be spamming mortars then, I suppose. Oh no, I have instructed it to go after the wrong enemy. We want to use even more of our height opportunities here. Please give me the... No, I still don't have the mana bank. Trees have a chance to upgrade. We could just do this, unlike the last-ditch effort that will get the mana. No, I don't want the ballistas to consume mana. Please, no. You still haven't even given me any mana, game. Although the Shredder's gaining the damage to the armor is quite good because we've been trying to deal with the armor and this doesn't cost any mana. I think Hardened Blades could be really good. Although Bleed is also very good, but I think it's mainly the armor. Methinks... How many more Shredders can we make? We could make a lot more Shredders and they are quite good. Yeah, we could get the gold from the forest, though, and I would feel stupid if I didn't chop down those trees. Okay, fine. Everyone wants me to do bleed. I'll give in to peer pressure this time. I disagree with you strongly because we're trying to take out an armor, but because everyone in chat is like, bleed, blood for the blood. Clearly, you're all 40k players. I don't worship this emperor. I gotta say, we are giving up on... There are several good opportunities at real estate here. I don't want to completely ignore this. Oh, wait a minute. Those are on different levels. Oh, well. Never mind. Okay. Since we did the blood... Stop calling me a heretic, please. That's hurting my feelings. Yeah, these things don't cost the stuff to use. We'll just do them like this. 378. We didn't unlock any more crystals. Okay, please give me a mana crystal or something. No, just more villagers living sad, taxed lives. Is there a boss? That is a big boy right over there. Robo Oogie now coming across. And he has all kinds of... He has Obamacare. And he has... other kinds of care. Yeah, see guys, you were wrong. It was still the armor. It's still the armor. We're gonna die. I should never do the things that chat tells me to do. Look, guys, it's all the armor. No, you say bleed, but bleed just isn't very effective against these things. No, we need... I'm doing it my own way. I'm very smart. Although I have done probably several blind and just, like, horribly obvious mistakes. No. I guess we should just keep making these things into bigger nukes. I have nowhere else to spend my money. I have nothing to spend my money on. Just please take out their shields. This is a level 37 mortar. I know it'll pay off later on. we loaded the company pulled it. Oh no. Why did I ever do any... I forgot that that Rob has rated us before. Must be why we're... No. Oh, wait, this is fantastic. Okay, yeah, the bleed does pay off. Okay, fair. Based comment. Oh, no, but we're going... No. This is going to be the end of the game. Well, it was nice knowing you. Yep, it was nice knowing you. That's over. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. But honestly, that was a pretty good run. And it was only because we got horrible RNG. Now, I will show you the way that the upgrade works. But that was a decent run. Where did we get to? Round 35. I think that was around where I got up to before. And we clearly could have done better if we had had the mana thing. We just had such a lack of mana. But I do want to show a little bit of how this game's upgrade system works. So basically, it's kind of like a double-edged sword getting further on in the game because you unlock more upgrades. We couldn't get the one I was looking for, which was... Where is the mana bank? It's somewhere in here on the upgrade screen. However, if we had had that earlier, like, we would have gotten to do the things. So there's a good reason to not buy the things that you don't use, but now since I've unfortunately bought the obelisk, I guess you could you just reset all of your upgrades and do it again? Kind of like you would in Vampire Survivors. Maybe I could do that. I'm too afraid to press reset game, though, because that's just such an oddly, like, reinstall Windows level of like, confusion. I would like to kind of customize my build, though, if I could just turn off Obelisk, because I don't really like the Obelisk that much. I think it uses up a lot of power. But yeah, now we've got 720 XP, and we could spend that on other things. So I think we will start the game with more gold. We'll get more treasure from chests. Drop an additional gold. Okay, that's fantastic. And then we'll get more draw frequency. And all of this does obviously make the game much easier. But yeah, that is where the kind of roguelite element comes across in it, which that is like multiple runs make it easier. But yeah, anyway, Rogue Tower and a game that I'm just going to, I don't know, I'll use my money later on. Decide what I want to spend it on. But yeah, I wanted to show that off to you guys because I think it is a very neat game and it's just a very cool concept for a game.